the grape, they just know the name, Sancerre, kind of like Malbec, you know, for reds. It's like, doesn't matter where the Malbec's coming from. People say, oh, Malbec or Cabernet. They're going to like a Cabernet, and it's kind of one of those, what I call a safe spot or safe zone on the wine list. Sancerre is very much the same way I'm finding, especially in Dallas, where you put a Sancerre on your list, and this is a great example. You guys, during the summer months, you guys sell a metric crap ton of this wine, and for good reason. You'll see once you try it. But Domaine Talmas is really cool. So Sancerre, if you're not familiar, is in France. It's in the Loire Valley, which if you're looking at a map of France is kind of central, north, and west. Kind of, it's a river valley that runs east to west, or west to east. And at the sort of the easternmost point of it is this little village, this region called Sancerre. So Sancerre is actually the region, not the grape, like a lot of French wine does. Does anyone know? Can anyone tell me the grape in Sancerre? Sauvignon Blanc. Beauty. We got some smart folks in here. Sauvignon Blanc, 100%, kind of what I consider to be the best Sauvignon Blanc in the world. Some people might say Bordeaux is home to the white, the best Sauvignon Blanc. Some people would say Napa, New Zealand, wherever. It's grown in a lot of places. I am partial to Sancerre myself, and this little village across the river called Puy-Fumé as well, which makes some really good Sauvignon Blanc. But Domaine Talmas is an old family estate. I know you guys are kind of passionate, and I talked about this last time when we did one of these. You guys are passionate, and I know your customers are passionate about kind of, farm to table, making sure you know where your wine is coming, or where your food is coming from, with the ingredients, and you list the ingredients on the menu. I always say, why don't people do the same thing with wine? I mean, people care so much about what food they're ingesting and knowing where it's coming from, that it's organically grown, so on and so forth, and then they just drink all these bulk produced, manipulated, crappy wines, quite honestly, that are pumped with sugar and acids and everything else. Well, that's not what this is at all. This is 100% organic, and not only that, it's 100% biodynamic, which is a farm, and we won't get into all that right now, but if you want to know more about that, come find me after this, and we can go down that rabbit hole. But basically, biodynamic farming is a method of farming that takes into sort of the whole universe in your farming practices, and doing what's best for the soil itself, for your microclimate. It's really a I don't really know even how to explain it. It's going above and beyond anyway. Organics. Organics is a starting point for biodynamics. It's really taking the whole environment into consideration and doing what's best for the vineyard itself. So really cool practices with these guys. They don't add anything or take anything away from their wines, and also everything they do is single vineyard, which is very hard to find in Sancerre. A lot of Sancerres, because it is so well known now, they're big production wines. They can be anyway. This producer, Domaine Talmas, has been in the same family for over 12 generations. They've been completely biodynamic that entire time, since I believe it's like the 15 or 1600s, a long time, doing things completely naturally, and always sort of just focused on single vineyard properties. So this one's called Le Pierrière. I don't know if you list that on your menu or not, but either way, it's their biggest vineyard, and so the most price conscious of their offerings. But you guys try it and tell me what you think. I think it's you can see, you guys who have been around for a while, who was here last summer, let's say, or the summer before that? Anybody? So you guys who have been around a while probably know when it gets warm, you guys are selling like 2 to 3 cases of this every single week. Like it's flying to guests that know it. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? Yeah. What's that?
Very silky.
Yeah, very silky smooth, easy going. Some Sauvignon Blancs, to be completely honest, like ones I find from New Zealand, can be very high in acid and high toned. So it's kind of that grapefruit, peppery kind of a note to it. This I don't get on this wine at all. I think it's, to this gentleman's point, very easy drinking, very smooth, silky. Has some nice, what I would call kind of more yellow citrus tones, sort of that lemon pith kind of note to it. Let me try. Nice soft texture as well. It's got some creaminess to it, which I don't find in a lot of Sancerres. It kind of sits on your palate longer. Great food companion. Again, that acidity, just like we were talking about with the Pinot Grigio. You guys probably are aware. Acidity is what you want in wine to pair well with food. Otherwise, it's just flabby and falls apart. Any other thoughts on that Sancerre? You guys like it? Think you can sell it? Yeah, I think it's going to continue to do really well for you guys.